This is episode 9 of Traffic Journeys. Roll the titles. Journeys. Now, as you can see, we're on a bridge over the railway line. Telford Central is just behind me. This episode is going to be called the final Traffic Journeys from Telford. The reason is I'm moving to Yorkshire soon. I'll explain at the end of the programme what's going to be in Yorkshire, but as from episode 10, all Traffic Journeys will run from a brand new location will be York. In fact, before I got interrupted by that 170. Yeah, so from episode 10, all journeys will run out of my new local station will be York. So episode 9 is what you're watching now. The plan is we're going to do some videoing from this bridge. We're going to watch a couple of trains, and then after we're going to go down to RAF Cosford. Then we're going to do more line side videos, and then we're going to do my final journey from Telford. We're going up to Shrewsbury by train, and of course we are jumping on Transport for Wales, which means we're going on a Class 1 for 8. And then after that I'll explain what York's going to be all about. So welcome everyone to episode 9, the final journey from Telford. If you are wondering where I am standing, I'm currently on a footbridge. Telford Central is there. If I swing the camera around over the other side of the footbridge, I'll take you closer. That's Oaken Gates Tunnel. Telford Central was in the camera in. There's the end of the platform of platform 2. There's 176.33. That's where you can go West Midlands Railway Service from Birmingham New Street to Shrewsbury. Here comes 1544, Virgin Supervisory Service to London Euston. Got a couple of trains passing. Here comes the 1553 Transport for Service to Birmingham New Street, International side. That was 15823. West Midlands Railway train is 17502. On the 1546 West Midlands Railway Service from Birmingham New Street to Shrewsbury. So if you didn't hear the commentary, The transport for Wales train was 108823, that was running from Aberystwyth to Birmingham International. The West Midlands Railway train was 170502, that was running from Birmingham New Street to Shrewsbury. Next train to arrive, 1601, West Midlands Railway Service to Birmingham New Street. 170,630. Here comes the 1600, transport for our service from Birmingham International to Holyhead. There's 148818. And 831 was on the rear. That's it from watching trains from this footbridge. The next thing you will see will be our second to last journey by train out of Telford. We're going to RAF Cosford, which all these things have been filmed on different days, but they're all being joined up as one episode, which is quite good. So I'll put the logo on, and then I'll see you down at Telford Central for the journey down to RAF Cosford. Right, we're on the footbridge at Telford Central. We're going to start our second to last journey from Telford. The journey is Cosford. We're down at Telford Central waiting for the 1101 West Midlands Railway Service to Birmingham New Street. Takes us Cosford, Shifnal and Cosford. On arrival at Cosford, we're going to be meeting my aeroplane enthusiast friend. So I know nothing about aeroplanes, so we're also going to check out the station, and then we're going to look around the museum at RAF Cosford. Here comes my train, it's the 1101 West Midlands Railway Service to Birmingham Street, 170,515. We're now departing Telford Central. The next stop is Shifnal.
I picked up a message from her. She said to phone back, but I phoned her this morning and left a message.
Surely you're arriving at
So she picked that up.
Shifnal.
It's fine.
Oh,
You know, I just
lovely.
wondered if anyone had been in contact with her direct with the unit to say that we're going to do it.
Approaching Shifnal. Shifnal is our next stop.
She didn't send a message that they hadn't done. So, anyway, Paul's coming. He's going to bring MTV rather than his service care. Only because he's staying over tonight, going out on the RAS. He said it'd be easy to bring MTV rather than that. I said, well, that's okay, that's fine. He bring his service cameras again. And if I get to work Friday afternoon, fine, I'll get there.
We're now departing Shifnal. The next stop is Cosford. There will be a light on the train. Comes a passing 170. (170) 517 and 170 506. Right, it's 11:23. We're now at Cosford. Behind me we've got the airfield, and we're going to go and have a look at the RAF Cosford Museum. Now the best thing about this museum is completely free to get in, which is we like on Travel Jackson. I've been joined by my aeroplane enthusiast, because let's be honest, I know nothing about planes, Mr. Dave Phillips. Hello Mr. Phillips.
Yep. Hi everyone.
He's going to help me tell you all about planes, because I know nothing. So we're now going to go up to the museum. It's about a 10-minute walk. Right, so here's the platform here at Cosford. There is the Midlands Railway Ambulance to the base there. Now the problem with this station is accessible by steps only, but there is a dot matrix display, there's a couple of litter bins, and we're also going to see if there's a permit to travel machine or a ticket machine. That side is platform 2, where you board your train back to Telford. We're on platform 1 at the moment. Right, we're just coming into the end of the platform. That's the steps you go down. Right, to get off the station you go down these steps. Aha, I can see the ticket machine, so it has got a ticket machine as well. Train services through Cosford, it's one train every hour, operated by West Midlands Railway. So there are the steps that lead up to Cosford station. We have got a ticket machine here. And we've also got a permit to travel machine because we can see it over there. So we've just crossed over the road. We're going to walk to the museum itself. According to the sign, it's about half a mile away. You know, probably you have to go down this little lane. There's the air ambulance. So we are on the fence line on the airfield. What are them planes, Dave?
I believe they are what's known as Sepcat Jaguars. 6 of them. I think they were used in the Falklands War, but a lot of them have now been retired.
And to be honest, I think this is the first time I've seen them here actually. So here we have some planes, except I don't know what the hell they are, so hand over to the aeroplane man, Mr. Phillips.
Right, to the left you're looking at a BAC Nimrod. They've retired a lot of them now. They were used in the Falklands War. Ahead of us is a Lockheed P2 Neptune. They were retired from service many years ago. Airborne anti-warning aircraft, and unfortunately the little one here, I'm not sure what that is, probably a Hawker Siddeley 125.
We're probably going to have a look at the plaque in a minute. There's the railway line right behind us. Aha, there's what it is.
A Domini T1.
Yeah. So here we have a Catalina, which looks quite a nice thing actually. Nice and big. I'm going to close a look at it. And we're just coming up to the hangars where you can actually go and have a look around there. I'll say it's been about 5 years since I've been in here. Possibly even longer than that. So we're inside one of the hangars here at Cosford. Got a couple of planes here. Right, here we have another plane. So, Mr. Enthusiast Plane Man, what is it?
Yep, here we go in front of us.
Yeah.
It's a Bolton Paul Defiant. I mean, they're built in quite large numbers, and the notable thing with them, they carried a top turret with 420mm cannon, and they were used mainly as a night fighter in the Second World War, and obviously this one here has been preserved at Cosford.
So we've just left the main hangar, we're just going into the next one, which is called the Cold War. Now, I could do a bit of filming, the problem is there's a few people here, so I'm not going to bother, but bits and bits I do. We'll get a few bits on camera as well. So we're now going to have a look in this one. And the best thing is about this, it's free. And my advice is, if you want to come to the Cosford Museum, come by train. So we are now in the Cold War exposition, and we've got a couple of planes. It's over to Mr. Phillips.
Yep, in front of us is a General Dynamics F111, and at the moment we're currently stood under the rear end of a Vickers Valiant.
Yeah, that's this white thing here, which is quite big. Yeah, absolutely huge as anything.
MiG-21
Yeah.
ahead of us there.
Yeah. Time for a lift bash, because that's what we do best on traffic, isn't it?
Doors closing. Lift going up. Second floor.
So we are now on the viewing platform, because there's a lift that takes you up to it. Down there is the museum shop, which we're probably going to have a look at that. So would you like to do a bit of commentating, sir?
In front of us, down below, is the Short Belfast. Immediately in front, Gloucester Javelin. And I think over the far side at the bottom in the corner is an Apache. Or is it you'll see when we get down there. We've got the Dakota, the Handley Page Hastings and the Avro York, which was the civilian version of the Lancaster. Straight ahead of us is the English Electric Lightning. It was one of the early jet fighters, although they've long been taken out of service, but yeah, a fine collection here at RAF Cosford.
So that's our time on the viewing platform. We're now going to go for yet again another lift bash, because that's what we like doing on Travjack journeys. We do all sorts of these on Travjack journeys.
Doors closing. Ground floor.
So we are now standing next to a Spitfire, which this was made by Top Gear's James May on the BBC 2 series James May's Toy Stories. So we're now on a viewing platform. Right, it's just turned 13:49. We're now going to leave RAF Cosford and head back to Telford and jump on our Wellington Cosford 70 ride from Cosford to Telford Central. We're going to be catching the 14:36 West Midlands Railway Service to Shrewsbury, taking us as Telford Central. We're going at Shifnal and Telford Central. That will be a Class 170. And then at Telford Central, I'll explain what's coming up afterwards, because afterwards. Here comes Virgin Trains doing an empty stock to Shrewsbury. We're now back at Cosford Station. We're going to watch a couple of trains pass through the area, before boarding our train, which is at 14:36 to Telford Central, which will be a 170-6 because it says it's got 3 carriages. Here comes the 1411 West Midlands Railway Service to Birmingham New Street. £170 515. Oh, we came up on that. Got passing West Midlands Railway Service. This is running from Birmingham New Street to Shrewsbury. £170 517. £170 506. Here comes our trains, the 14:36 West Midlands Railway Service to Shrewsbury, takes us to Telford Central, 170 632. This is 170 632, operated in the 14:36 West Midlands Railway Service to Shrewsbury, takes us to Telford Central at Shifnal and Telford Central. For our departure, Cosford. The next stop is Shifnal.
Look.
We will shortly be arriving at Shifnal.
When I go for trucks, I'll work young.
Good boy, so come on then. Getting off now. Walking like a crab. Fell over there.
We're now departing Shifnal. The next stop is Telford Central. We're alighting the train. We will shortly be arriving at Telford Central will be a lighted train. On our way to Telford Central, this train continues to Shrewsbury. Right, we're back at Telford Central. The next thing you will see will be line shot views, because we're going to go to Admistone and do some line shot views, and we're also going to do the One Bridge foot crossing as well. Okay, so after coming back from Cosford, we're now at our line side view spot. We're in Admistone. We're about a half-hour walk from Wellington. This is where we're going to be watching a couple of trains, and then we'll do the last ever travel journey from Telford, and we'll go to Shrewsbury. And because it's going to be a nice hot day today, I've got this on. At least it's nice with hot weather. House 17510 on the back. I'm not sure it was on the front. That's working a service from Shrewsbury to Birmingham New Street. Here comes the West Midlands Railway Service running from Birmingham New Street to Shrewsbury. (170) 632. Here comes Virgin Trains, working a service from London Euston to Shrewsbury. Two, 2, 1, 1, 2. Here comes Transport for Wales. 158 832 and 158 839. That's it from Admistone and line side views. In fact, this was the last line side views out of Telford. The next thing you will see me will be down at Telford Central when I go and board my last ever train to Shrewsbury. And at Shrewsbury we're going to be doing some train spotting, so I'll see you on the next link, which will be down at Telford Central, explaining the train journey down to Shrewsbury. For the final time, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to Telford Central. Now this is our final journey from Telford. After this journey, all journeys will run from York. This afternoon's train plan waiting for the 1659 Transport for Wales service to Pwllheli and Aberystwyth, taking us Shrewsbury, going at Wellington and Shrewsbury, due there at 1720. And then we're going to do a couple of hours train spotting.
Smoking is not allowed anywhere at this station or on trains. This includes e-cigarettes.
And then we're going to be catching the 2133 Transport for Wales service to Birmingham New Street, takes us to Telford Central, going to Wellington and Telford Central, back here for 2153. Then we go back to Telford Central. We're going to watch a Chester train depart, and that will be the last train I film out of Telford Central. So we'll go on to the last ever Traveljack journey to Shrewsbury. Before I board our final train, well, second to last train, transport for us of 24 Class 1 flights. Let's have a look at them. So which one of those, or two of those 24, will turn up? Let's find out when the train arrives on the next link.
Should ask the conductor
Here comes
on the
my
train
final
to
ever
arrange for
train
the
ride to
to stop,
Shrewsbury.
to allow them to
This
alight.
is 1659, transport for Rail Service 2. The Pwllheli Aberystwyth on the front, it's 158823. On the rear is a 158826, we're going to go and ride 823.
will be arriving at Wellington. Thank you. The next stop is Shrewsbury. Thank you.
Pwllheli Aberystwyth, title of Shrewsbury to Wellington and Shrewsbury. The train's a little bit busy, so that's why I'm doing which train it takes in it. For the final time, we will shortly be arriving at Shrewsbury. On our way to Shrewsbury, this train continues to Pwllheli and Aberystwyth. I'll miss saying that.
We will shortly be arriving at Shrewsbury. Thank you. We are now at
Just driving into Shrewsbury, we've got a freight train coming through. Now leaving 17:33, transport for our service to Birmingham International, 15836. One is 15829. Talk about being busy, I haven't even got off the train and a freight train turned up and train leaving Shrewsbury. We're filming this bit on a Friday the 28th of June. We've just jumped off 158.823 and 158.826. So for the final time, we're now at Shrewsbury. We're going to watch some trains here as well at Shrewsbury. There goes 158826 and 158823 working the 1727 transport for rail service to Pwllheli and Aberystwyth. Please be aware that the train will divide on arrival at Cliff. 158826 will continue to Aberystwyth. 158823 will continue to Pwllheli. And there goes the freight train. There goes 17506 working the 1741 West Midlands Railway Service to Birmingham New Street. One is 17505. There goes 175001 working the 1741 transport for rail service to Milford Haven via Cardiff Central, Swansea and Carmarthen. Train now approaching platform 5. It's the 1803 West Midlands Railway Service from Birmingham New Street. This train will terminate here. On 7510. On 170. 509. So there in front of us we have the 7 Bridge Junction signal box. A line to the right, to the left, sorry, it's the line into Telford, then Wolverhampton. The line to the right is the line to Hereford and also Aberystwyth and Pwllheli. Train now approaching platform 6 is the 1809 West Midlands Railway Service from Birmingham New Street. This train will terminate here. On 7635. There goes the 1813 West Midlands Railway Service to Birmingham New Street, 17509, 17508. Ratchet 510 on the rear. There goes the 1824 Transport for Wales Service to Cardiff Central via the Heart of Wales line and Swansea. One 53367. Train now approaching platform 3 divides on our route Shrewsbury. The front 2 coaches from the 1825 Transport for Wales Service to Llandudno or via Chester. The rear 2 coaches of the train will form the 1831 Transport for Wales Service to Aberystwyth. difference. It's 148 A18, which will continue to Llandudno.
Train now approaching platform 3 divides in Shrewsbury I. Tracks 2 coaches only move forward to
Member phase 3, 158 820, which will continue to Aberystwyth.
Train approaching platform 3 for the 1824-25 service to Candy. 3 coaches at the same train.
It might be a while on traffic journey until we see this train behind me. 158 820. My favourite train. One of the members of phase 3. We've done some fantastic journeys with 158 820 on traffic journeys. We've been up the Cambrian coastline on it, to Pwllheli, click up there to watch. Also been to Holyhead on it, click up there to watch. Yeah, so last time we're going to see 158 820 for a while. But luckily I've got a mod of it on my model railway. Should point out, Lil Jack's with me, 20. There goes the 1831 transport for Wellington Shrewsbury with its 158 820. Possibly the last time we will see this train for a while. Behind me, 158 827, another member of the favourite 3. We went to Pwllheli on it lately. You can watch it up there. There goes the 1852 transport for Wellington Service to Cardiff Central. It's 158 827, a member of the favourite 3. Right, just turned 1912. We've got 2 hours to go at Shrewsbury. We're about halfway through. We are waiting for the Transport for Wales Premier service to come through, but I believe it's been delayed by about 63 minutes. There's been some animals on the line between Newport and Hereford this afternoon. Hopefully they weren't cows, because I hope they moved away. They'll be watching a couple of more trains. We've also got the Virgin Voyager arriving in, and we've also got 158 841. My Stalker train's going to turn up on the next train, because I saw it leaving Telford Central. In fact, if you want to have a look at it, here it is. Yeah, when I saw it leaving Telford Central, I worked it out that it'd be the 1930 to Aberystwyth. So it's the next train in. Let's watch this 170 leave. .170 632. How typical is that? My final journey to Shrewsbury, I do final train spotting here at Shrewsbury, and 158 841, my stalker train decides to turn up. I wasn't expecting this to come through Shrewsbury. 56087. Train now approaching platform 5. It's the 1933 Transport for Rail Service to Birmingham International. It's 158 822. Train now approaching platform 4. It's the 1930 Transport for Rail Service to Aberystwyth. The rear one is 158 841, which is my stalker train. The front one is 158 837. Yep, 158 841 is on the rear. Behind me we have 158 841. Now for the number of years I've been doing this show, 158 841 likes turning up, hence why it became my stalker train. We'll watch 158 841 depart Shrewsbury along with 158 822. Train departing platform 7B 1924 Transport for Rail Service to Cardiff Central. 175 101. There goes 158 822 working the 1933 Transport for Rail Service to Birmingham International. departing Shrewsbury, we have the 1930 Transport for Railway Service to Aberystwyth with 158841. And 158837 on the rear. Here comes the 1909 Transport for Wales Premier Service to Holyhead. That was a nice surprise. Tens on it. DVT is 82307. Thank you, Mr. Driver, for giving me that nice surprise. There goes 158833 working the 2022 Transport for Rail Service to Crewe. There goes 175010 working the 2014 Transport for Rail Service to Chester via Crewe. Here comes the 2055 Virgin Supervisory Service from London Euston. This train will terminate here. It's 221 112. There goes the Virgin Voyager, 221 112. So the Virgin Voyager's just gone back to its depot.
Special announcement for any customers travelling on the delayed 2028 service to Chester on platform 3. This train will now shortly be departing. If you wish to travel to Gabowen, Chirk, Ruab and Wrexham, General or Chester, please report the train on platform number 3. That's the 2028 delayed service on platform 3. This train will shortly be departing. Please make your way immediately to platform 3 if you wish to travel on this service.
Before that announcement, we've just seen the Virgin Voyager go back to its depot. Virgin Trains gave me some chocolate. Thank you, Virgin Trains. Our train will be here in a minute, which we're going to watch a couple of trains. In fact, here's one now. 175 114, working the delayed 2051 service to Cardiff Central.
Railway Service from Birmingham New Street. This train will terminate here.
As I said before, that 175, watch a few more trains, but I think the next train will be our final train that we're going to catch out of Telford, which I believe it's going to be 158826, which is one reason why I didn't catch it, board it earlier with 823. So I thought, well, I'm going to have 826 later anyway, so I thought might as well jump in 823. So the next train you'll see arriving into Shrewsbury will be our final train journey out of Telford. The train now approaching platform 4 is the 1952 Transport for Rail service to Manchester Piccadilly. This train is running late due to service disruption earlier. (175 110).
Coaches of the train as it approaches platform 5 area B on the platform surface will form the 2150 Transport for Wales service to Aberystwyth. The rear two coaches of the train as it approaches platform 5 area A on the platform surface will detach to form the 2133 Transport for Wales service to Birmingham New Street. calling at Wellington, Telford Central, Wolverhampton, Shifnal Bridge and Birmingham New Street. So any passengers travelling towards Birmingham, please make your way down platform 5 to area A on the platform surface. Any passengers travelling along the Aberystwyth line, please make your way to platform 5 area B on the platform surface. Once again, train now approaching platform 5 divides into Shrewsbury. The first 2 coaches as the train approaches platform 5, Transport for Rail Service to Aberystwyth. The rear 2 coaches on the train as it approaches platform 5, 2133, Transport for Rail Service to Birmingham New Street. Once again, please ensure you hold the correct portion of the train.
For the final time, this is the 2133 Transport for Rail Service to Birmingham New Street. For the final time, this is 15826 operating the 2133 Transport for Rail Service to Birmingham New Street. Takes first to Central, going at Wellington and Telford Central. The train head code is up there, and the head code for this train is 1G75. For the final time, we are now departing Shrewsbury. The next stop is Wellington.
Welcome aboard this slightly delayed 2133 Transport for Rail Service to Birmingham New Street. We shall be calling at Wellington, Telford Central, Wolverhampton, Shrewsbury Bridge and welcome aboard. We will be calling at the following principal stations: Wellington, Telford Central, Shrewsbury Bridge, Birmingham New Street. Thank you. The next stop is Wellington. Thank you.
Unless it's still here, that's
be arriving at Wellington.
We will shortly be arriving at Wellington. Thank you.
Now departing Wellington, the next stop is Telford Central. We'll be alighting the train.
The next stop is Telford Central. Thank you.
Central. Oh, I went to Telford Central. This train And that's how we do the final train journey from Telford on Travjack journeys. I'm now going to film the 2158 Transport for Wales service to Manchester Piccadilly, and then we will do a review of the whole episode. Then after that review, that's it. There are no more Travjack journeys from Telford. And that is how we do the final train spotting from Telford. I'm now going to hand it over to our Yorkshire correspondent, because in episode 10 of Travjack Journeys we are moving to York, if you've not gathered that. So it's time to hand it over to our Yorkshire correspondent, Jack Newell. Right, so one of the main changes which are going to be taking place on Travjack Journeys, we're going to be seeing some different trains and some different train operators. Right, through Telford, West Midlands Railway run the 170s, Transport for Wales run 158s, and then Virgin Trains run Class 221 Super Voyagers. Now, when we move to Yorkshire, which will be in the next episode, train services up there, we're going to be seeing services from Cross Country, which they operate 220 Voyagers and 221 Super Voyagers, which we've been on a couple of them before. We see them at Birmingham New Street. We're also going to be seeing services by Transpennine Express with their Class 185s, which we've been on before, from Manchester to Grimsby. We're also going to be seeing services from Grand Central, which with their Class 180s, which are very similar to the Class 175. We're also going to be seeing service from LNR, which they use Class 91s and HSTs, which we've been on a few HSTs, mainly between, well, we've been on one between Cardiff, Swansea. We've also done one through the Severn Tunnel to Bristol Parkway from Cardiff, which it'd be interesting to see what 91 is like, because I've never been on one. And we also see services by Northern. Now, Northern have Pacer buses. They also have 153s, which I've been on a few times, but the Transport for Wales versions. They've also got 150s. Again, Transport for Wales have got some, so I've been on a 150 before. They've also got 155s. Don't know what they're like, I've never been on one. Same as the 156s. Again, never been on one. They've also got Class 158s, which I've been on before, between Preston and Blackpool. And their 158s are very similar to the Transport for Wales ones. And they've also got a slightly different engine. They've got a load of electric trains as well. And that's what you're going to be seeing up in York. So, while I was in York, we're going to be seeing some brand new trains. Hopefully I'll be able to see most of them. One change I do know, LNR are introducing Class 800s, which I've been on a Class 800 between Port Talbot Parkway and Cardiff Central. In fact, let's have a look at the journey on a GWR Class 800.
The train now approaching platform 2 is the 1449 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington, calling at Bridgend Parkway, Reading and London Paddington. Platform 2 from the 1449 Great West Midlands Railway Service to
So that was my ride on a GWR Class 800 between Pwllheli Parkway and Cardiff Central. I look forward to having a ride on some 800s with Ellie and R. There's no doubt I'll have a ride on them. And what I thought of the 800s, I thought they were absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to judge a train until I've actually been on one. Now, what I'm going to now show you is a journey that didn't even make it onto Travel Journeys, because back in May, Bank Holiday weekend, I went to Llandudno and I also had a ride on the Great Orme tramway. So let's have a look at the Great Orme tramway. After that we'll do a full review of this episode and then we'll roll the credits and that will be it. So basically, after the credits have gone, there is no more Travel Journeys from Telford. Instead, they're coming from York.
Nie, słyszałaś w sklepie, nie? Wczoraj też, dzień dobry. Wika była zaskoczona, że to jest dzień dobry.
one going down.
There's one tram going up, one tram going. Then there's 25 miles besides to back.
Are we ready?
You get me good time. Zaraz pójdziemy, nie chcę zjeść tak generalnie. Może tu pójdziemy coś zjeść. Nie tam, tylko w tej. No.
Thank you, Jack, for that. And also, so that was the Great Orme tramway that I filmed a couple of weeks ago. Crikey, four and a half years on Travel Journeys, brought to you from Telford. I know, at the start of the episode, we started on the footbridge, literally over that way. And then we went down to RAF Cosford and looked around the museum. And then we did line-side views. And then we did our final journey to Shrewsbury. We had 158-823 and 826. Got down to Shrewsbury. I thought, disruption, the train's going to be all over the place. I thought, what the heck? Let's go and do it. Tickets were all booked before. So, got down to Shrewsbury. Everything was going alright. A couple of trains running late, but to be honest, it's one of those things. We did see 158-820, which is always good. We saw 158-827. But of course, because we're going to be in Yorkshire, we're not going to see them as often as we would want to do on Travel Journeys. And we also saw 158-841. My Stalker train, but we did see 67010 on the Transport for West Premier service. That was good to see on camera. Plus we also saw the Virgin Super Voyager, which is always nice to see on camera. Thank you, Virgin Trains, for my free chocolate. And then we jumped on 158-826, our final journey from Shrewsbury to Telford. I know. Yeah, I've learnt in this hobby, you need to be in the right place at the right time, and always expect the unexpected. And it doesn't matter if you have a delay, it doesn't matter, because you can always get around one. Same as a cancellation, you can always get around them. So my advice, if you get a delay or cancellation, just keep calm. Keep talking to people, like the staff, keep talking, because they will help you. Because, as I said, Travel Journeys has only been running from Telford for the last 4.5 years, but my train spotting goes well before that, because I started when I was very young. Of course, I was train spotting when the Riva Trains Wales was still running. And I did some fantastic journeys with Riva Trains Wales. I collect the old time towers as well. But we have been to some fantastic places out of Telford. We've been up the Cambrian coastline. We've also done the Heart of Wales line. Been to Cardiff, Holyhead, even Liverpool, even Manchester, including Birmingham. We've even been to Eastminster Parkway to see Showbus. Been all over the place. But I will assure you, Travel Journeys will continue in York. We'll be going to brand new places and seeing brand new trains as well, and going on new trains. So yes, it's a shame to leave Telford, but as the railways have said, times are changing. I think this is a good change for Travel Journeys to do Yorkshire. So for the final time, that's it from me. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Episode 10's journey will run out of York. Now where the third journey is going to be, I don't entirely know at the moment. I might do a York sightseeing video so you can see what York's like and meet my new local station. So my new local station is going to be York, which I've had the privilege of Telford Central. Telford's been my home since I was little, and yes, it will be sad to leave Telford, but as we've said, times have changed, so I'm going to say good night, good morning, good evening to whenever you're watching this. If you have got any suggestions for any travel journeys, please let me know in the comments below, or you can send us a message on Facebook or Twitter. You can even check out my Instagram as well. But I shall see you for episode 10 when we start travel journeys from York. Bye for now, and also we'll say goodbye to little Jack, because he's accompanied me for the last year on travel journeys. Don't worry, little Jack is coming to York, aren't you? Yes, he is. Ready to do some York journeys? Yeah, of course you are. So, from myself and little Jack, thank you for watching travel journeys from Telford. I look forward to seeing what I've got to bring in York. Sure. Bye for now. Oh. Click here to subscribe to Travel Journeys, and to watch the previous Travel Journeys, click here.